We're going to play our first song with perhaps the easiest combination of chords on the entire ukulele. Okay, this is when it all gets good. What I'm going to do is take one finger and put it right here in the first fret. Remember, that's the fret. I want to be near the fret wire, not near the nut, so it's easier to play. I'm going to push that finger down. My thumb is on the back of the neck. My hand's right now, my hand is resting, but when I play there, I'm actually holding the uke a little bit, and it's more like I'm pinching, okay? It's more like I'm pinching the strings. So we'll get back to that hand position, but having a flexible hand position is great. When I want to play near the nut, I need a little bit more to focus on. So I can roll my hand back like that and still have it here resting behind the nut. And as I work my way up, that my hand is going to move and it's going to slide up and down the neck. So we have the C7. Now I'm going to hold it the other way. I was pinching more like that, but I'm going to relax because I was a little tense, and I'm going to get rid of the tension. I'm going to let the uke stay here and play here. Okay. C7. And now I'm going to take my first finger and move it to the second string first fret, and I'm only going to play 3 strings. You know what happens if I play 4 strings? Some people may think it doesn't sound as good. That's a different chord, actually. It's called an F add 9. Okay. If I play 3 strings, it sounds great. C7. And practice going back and forth from that F to C7. Now, we talked about before chords needing 3 notes to be a chord. These 3 notes make a full F chord. And I can play the 4th string on the C7 because it's part of that chord. Now, believe it or not, there's a whole list of 2-chord songs, and I'm going to put them in your folder. I'm just going to put a list of names of songs. So you can play starting in the key of F. If you're playing in the key of F and you also add a C7 for 2-chord songs, you can play hundreds of songs. The clue is to get started, think of the easiest songs that you know. Like, I'm going to sing. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Now you can see that's a little low for me, but it's a perfect song to practice your F chord and your C7 chord. Now, how do you know when to change? Well, that's a very good question. Use your ear. If you have any trouble figuring out when to change chords, send me a note through the worksheet at the end of this lesson. But start here, start on an F chord. Chances are, if you're singing an easy song, the first note of that song is going to be either the F note, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be the root, the 3rd, or the 5th. And it's going to stay that way. So we want 2-chord songs. When you feel like this chord is wrong, you only have one other choice. It's the beauty of 2-chord songs. You don't have to look around for chords. You know what the other one's going to be. So if I sing, the more we get together, together, together. Some of you may have heard that I can't sing that low, and others may have heard that I needed to change chords. Okay, I needed, the more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. And it could go back the other way too. The happier we'll be. That sounds better on the F. So, I put my worst foot forward here. You go for it and put yours forward too. And just think of these easy songs in the key of F with 2 chords. Go down the list and play any song you like. It's good practice.